back to an episode of Keeping Austin Queird. My name is Sky, and this is a podcast where we connect through colorful conversations. And today is, this episode is the close out to my season 2, where I've recorded 20 episodes after this one so far, which I thought I would never do, or very proud of myself for getting to this point at this point. But so I thought there would be no better person to have for this closing season episode to talk about our concert experience. So introducing my best friend, my biggest cheerleader, my favorite person, my sweet and sexy husband, Jason.
Welcome, babe.
Man, that was quite the introduction.
That was quite the introduction. Well, you deserve it.
Oh, thanks, babe.
So welcome to Keeping Austin Queird. It's been a while since you've been on.
Yeah, it's a new season and a new theme song.
It's a new season. It's a new theme song. I haven't had you on season 2, have I?
Nope, you've been busy.
So I thought, why not bring you back? You know, you got fans. And so I'm going to save for everyone on Keeping Austin Queird how we met. So if you're interested in hearing how me and my husband met, listen on episode 1, season 1. So, and that way they can find out how you identify.
Oh, yeah. He, him, his.
Now, on the traditional episode of Keeping Austin Queird, normally we play a game of Never Have I Ever, or Go Deep and Deeper, or a mix of both. But I thought about switching it up since this episode is about the concert experience. I'm just going to ask you 3 questions based upon the concert that we saw, which was a favorite band of yours, drum roll please.
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. And what I didn't know as we're eating dinner before we went out to the concert, that this was Jason's only second concert in his entire life. Now, excluding festivals and any random thing that you see on the side show.
I've been to like bandstand nights or whatever.
Right.
They're playing in like
Armadillo
a restaurant.
Den, restaurants.
And I've been to like ACL and stuff like that. And of course I love the orchestra and the opera because I'm a nerd. But this is my second, what people would consider a concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was shocked because I've been to so many now at this point. But it was awesome to know because I'm like, yay, we're doing this together. Yeah. And through thinking that this was also our first concert together as a couple and as a married couple. So this goes down in history for us.
Yeah, it's a lot of firsts.
Right? So I'm just going to do a 3 quick get to know you better questions through the concert theme. So I know this already, but what was your first concert?
My first concert was the Black Eyed Peas, my other favorite band.
Okay.
2010, summer 2010. It was the same year they played at the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Halftime show.
Okay. And what was that like? And how old were you? 2010.
I was 20.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun. And it was the same show they did for their Super Bowl halftime show, but it worked a lot better at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo where I saw it than it did at the Super Bowl.
So it was Houston.
Houston was better. Oh yeah, in Houston. And it was so much fun. It was gosh. It was great. And
you said at the NRG Stadium?
At the NRG Stadium.
Oh, that's huge. That's where I saw Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's like awesome.
I think it was NRG. That's the one there in Houston.
Okay.
It wasn't called NRG then, I don't think.
Gotcha.
It had a different name. Yeah.
Okay. Mine was Rolling Stones with my dad as I think like a 8th grader.
That's an incredible
smelling
experience.
the weed in the air. That's the first time I took a smell of cannabis. All right. Second question. What is your favorite Maroon 5 song?
Sunday Mornings.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Gosh. there are so many now that we heard them, all the popular ones kind of in one night, but
I felt great because I was a little worried that I was not going to know a lot of the newer stuff. Because if anything came out in the last 5 years, I'm a little behind. But everything before that, yes. And I was a little nervous. And they only played 2 songs I didn't know. And one of them they hadn't released yet.
Okay.
So that made me, I was like, okay, never mind. And they played a lot of great,
the bops
oldie
were there.
oldies. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I do love moves like Jagger, just the bop, the beat, the everything that was good. But they have so many. For my third question is, what's your favorite snack or drink or thing to have, or, while you're at a concert? Because you kind of go there for more than just obviously to sit and watch. Is there anything that you like particularly about a concert?
Well, it was only my second, and the first one, I was 20. I really liked being able to go to that wine bar.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, you never drank at a concert before?
No, this was my first time.
My gosh.
Fun fact of the day, I waited until I was 21 to drink. So
I'm
when I
not
was
surprised
20,
there.
I hadn't had a drink at the rodeo seeing the Black Eyed Peas. And so this was my first time drinking at a concert.
Going, yeah.
And it was so much fun. I was like, and it was a cool wine bar.
I can't tell you how many times I've been drinking at a freaking concert and almost probably turned. But yeah, it definitely makes and heightens the whole experience and everything else. So cool. Okay.
It was my first concert with a guy. Because the first time I went with family.
Okay.
So it's the first time I went with a guy, my husband. First time I drank at a concert. My second concert. It was a lot. It was a whole new experience.
I know. You were so stoked. And it was on a Tuesday. So we went out on a Tuesday, y'all.
That was, yeah.
Ooh, that was a...
Wednesday morning came a little too soon.
Of course. We'll get into that. All right. Well, thank you for answering those get to know you better questions. So let's dive into story time because I know, there's a lot of hilarious moments that we experienced that I wanted to bring up today. But let's start at the beginning and then bring it all back to the end. So we took an Uber, of course, because it's Tuesday and we wanted to have a little fun and not worry about anything. So Uber ride was easy. We got picked up and then we got dropped off. And you've never been to that Moody Center before.
Yeah, that was another first. I had never been to the Moody. I always thought the Moody was the one that we went to downtown for Amy Schumer and all the... And
it is called a
ACL
Moody.
Fest. But I guess it's
a different Moody.
Moody Senior or Moody Baby or something. I don't know.
Moody Junior.
And I was like, oh, no, this is the Moody. Okay. And then we got there.
It's brand new.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And I can't even count how many I've been to there already, but I was to the very first Moody Center opening concert experience, which was John Mayer. And so that was awesome. But you got there and then we're like, oh, okay, well, great. So we get out of the car and then we see all of these guys in these chariots and they're like, we go and talk to them. We're like, okay, how far is it? And he's like, oh, it's all the way over there across that field. And he made it sound like that so
was
much longer.
Like Zilker field.
He did.
And it was
ACL.
Just around the dang corner.
But I love a chariot. So we got in that chariot and I was like, I knew it was going to, and he's like, how much? I just go straight to it.
$20.
$20. And I'm like, 15. I got to negotiate. So he said, okay, well, whatever you want to pay. I said, we'll see how far this really is. Well, homie, it was just down the river bend and across the street.
It wasn't even that far. It was around the curb.
Yeah, it was around the curb. So that was one thing I'll say as a pro tip. Don't take the chariot down. If anything, take the chariot back because it's an uphill battle for me. And you're tired, you're turned, and you just want to go. So take the chariot back if you're going to take the chariot. But the Uber drop off was easy and everything.
And we got in so easy through security.
Lines weren't bad.
But
of course we got there early.
Ticket scan, and then
Yep.
We got wine. I got a really cool T-shirt.
Yeah. So
Like we did all of that so quick.
I know. Well, we got in. The line wasn't bad. We got there early though because we thought that. Well, I knew there was going to be an opener, but then we started
on the ticket and the 10 emails I showed you.
You did show me 10 emails.
It all said it started at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday. It makes sense for me. The pre-show comes on at 7 and then they come on at 8.
Room 5 at 8, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I was with you because I thought that was the case. But when we got our drink and we sat down and we were like, the crowd started going wild and the lights went on and it was the opener, we're like, oh, damn, this ain't, we got
opener started.
We got 8. A minute before we get there. But
That's all right.
I've been tricked before where one of my girlfriends, Miss Julie, we were going to a Dave Matthews Band concert. There's no opener. You know, he starts late and we missed the opening of it. So I've been on the flip side where I was just like, you know, it was no big deal, but I was just saying, you know, we have been on the flip side of that. So
there's never anything wrong with being early.
Never. Okay, so then you got the experience of we got our drinks, which was nice. We went to the bathroom. What'd you think of their bathrooms? Because I know we like to, you know.
Yeah, we rate a bathroom.
That's
That's something we do in my family. That determines the quality of a place that you're at. It was nice. It was big. It was clean. I mean, it was.
I don't think it's bad.
Nothing's really standing out.
Yeah.
The urinals were gold. I don't know. Like it was all right. It
didn't smell pissy and it was good to go.
Yeah, the floors were clean.
And then was this your first time buying merch? Or did you buy merch at Black Eyed Peas?
This was my first time buying merch too.
Because you saw it and you were like, oh my gosh.
I won a Black Eyed Peas shirt for Christmas. Ooh, there you go.
Okay, I'm writing it down now.
Like a band shirt, a cool old one. But yeah, no, this was my first merch.
I'm going to tape Black Eyed Peas on a shirt. No, just
the little dried beans.
You're right. No, but I was like,
no, it's first time.
Go get it. There's not a line. There was one.
It looked longer than it actually was. But what made it seem longer was the guy in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
Wanted to see every single
Shop
shirt
around.
And try it on and is measuring it and having his girlfriend like double check. I'm like, okay, this is like it's not back to school shopping at American Eagle. Like you're in
know
line
what
at a
you want,
concert.
people. Know what you want. It says literally KIGBL. The whole thing's there.
Is like
you know your size.
Should I get a medium and look swole, or should I get a large and be trendy? Like, come on, just pick a shirt.
You know what you want. Okay, and then it was listed as so true, and then we were going to find our seat, and they have it listed as like portals. Portal 1, Portal 2. Like
I forgot about the portals.
Stargate.
Yeah,
I liked it. You know, we
were in like deep conversation about I don't know what, and we just like we walked halfway past our portal.
Yeah, because
on the other side.
I saw Chick-fil-A and like an area that had like really good spots.
You were showing me all the cool places to eat, but we were also talking about something though.
I was talking about how I was there the other time seeing Anthony Bocelli. What's his name?
You went with
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that I
Bocelli guy. I don't know his name, but it's Bocelli. And so anyways, I was talking about how we were literally this is the portal that we were at last time we went. So
that's right.
But then we got down there and found our spot, which is a pretty steep
section 111. There's your angel number of the day.
There you go. It was definitely the angel number, but there's no bad spot at Moody, right?
There's not, but we had the best spot.
Okay. Why?
Well, because you weren't straight onto the stage. We weren't completely to the side. We were at an angle. And if you're looking at the stage, we're on the right side. So you're from the right angle looking in. And you get a good view of the back screen, the full stage, a little bit of the stadium. It feels a bit more open rather than just squared looking straight ahead.
And isn't that you said when you're looking at art, that's the way you're supposed to look at art?
It was a great spot. I knew exactly what I was doing when I picked the seats.
Yeah.
It was.
I would agree. I mean, that's what I was going to ask you.
And I loved the people we sat next to.
we'll get into that. But I think that, I was going to ask like what makes a good seat, but I agree. I like to be eye level. I like to have a little bit of a tilt to it,
Right.
not direct on, not on the sides, and some distance because you want to see the full, performance of it all. And yeah, so I agree. Great picking out movies or what's it called?
Concert
Seats for our freaking first time, babe. That was awesome. Now the starter opened up. The opening act started at 8.
She was great.
So her name was, I didn't know who she was. Her name was Claire Rosencrantz. I thought she was kind of a mix between a Victoria's Secret model, like honestly, and Billie Eilish. So I mean, but when I looked at some of her music previous, because of course I was like, do we go to see the opener? But I listened to her number one banger on Spotify and it didn't do anything for me. But when she started jamming out, we were bopping and vibing.
I really liked her music. I had never heard of her or heard her music until we saw the opener, and I actually really liked it. We
didn't know what she was saying though, at all. We needed subtitles.
I don't know what the actual words were about, but it sounded great. Great. I mean, if it sounds good to your ears, then
of course.
But she kind of had a Chappell Roan kind of vibe
you're gonna
to
say
it.
Chaperone?
Kind of like the way she says her words, like when she sings. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
And then somebody else to maybe Maggie Rogers and Chappell Roan combined.
I didn't think it was that slow, but
it wasn't slow.
I'm going to go with Billie Eilish.
I'm thinking more of just like the way they sing and the way they say things.
Okay.
I don't know.
You liked her.
Much more like pop and hip
Pop and bop.
It was fun. I liked it. Yeah.
And then, but I was like, okay, I did not understand the words for sure. Because I was like, subtitles, please. Because we can't hear really well to begin with. No. But then, like halfway through, she said, and this is my dad on the strings.
Yeah, one of her bandmates was her dad.
Her dad on the strings. And then the spotlight hit him. And he looked like a freaking supermodel dad. We were like, wait, what? That's your dad. I heard the audience go, and that is your dad? Because he was like a hot dad. You don't remember?
I
paid attention.
I remember that. I don't remember him being like.
I Googled it this morning, and I'll show you.
Okay. I didn't get that impression. I was just like, oh, cool, that's her dad. It wasn't like swoon.
Okay. Well, I guess I got creepy with it. And then I was a little nervous though, because the spots that were on the side were looking empty for a bit.
They were bare. In our area, it was starting to, definitely pack out. But I knew there's no way that there's going to be empty spots for this Maroon 5. But then at 9 o'clock on the dot,
right,
as soon as the lights get darker and like the first like boom, like music or whatever introduction for Maroon 5, they haven't even shown up yet. It's like a boom, and all of a sudden, all of those seats were filled.
Yep. You blinked your eye for a second.
It was so fast. I never saw those people come in. I think a lot of them were employees where they kind of like, if you have empty space, you fill it in.
You said that. You thought they were like fillers for the like award show.
It's a thing.
It is a thing, but not a full concert from left side to right side. People actually, I think people just weren't like slow like us and realized that there was an opener and they started at 8 and they wanted to come in late.
I hope you're right, but it also doesn't surprise me. People just kind of fill in where it's like, whoa.
A lot of people do that for concerts, but maybe. But you mentioned that the crowd was like definitely a Democratic.
I loved the crowd. The crowd was We Are America. It had literally the most diverse group of people I have seen in a very long time. Long time. It was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah,
it was
gorgeous.
So happy.
I know. Everyone was kind of like kiki in their own little bubbles. I mean, I saw everyone.
And nobody was rude, and everybody was just like excited, and it was good to feel so much positive energy.
It was.
in a space of so many people because, everything's just so tense right now everywhere. And it just felt so good to be surrounded by like millions
all
of people who are just
old, young.
We're all here for the same thing. And, we're all happy and I don't know.
Enjoying great
That's
music.
beautiful to me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I definitely saw that and felt the same way. And then as the Maroon 5 starts coming on, of course, it's packed now. And then now everyone wants to go get a drink and you have to stand up. You're like, I know my belly and my butt's too big to have anyone scoop besides that. Like, you got to stand up, I think the seats are kind of, and the hallways are too tight.
Those seats were really comfortable though.
Yeah.
They were really comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't sit much, but they were also really comfortable.
And then I leave to go to the bathroom because I do not leave for a show, during a movie, nothing. And so I was like, okay, let me go grab our next drink and let me go to the bathroom. And man, I'll also tell you, like, and you said this before, like the mirrors at Soho House, because we have dinner before there, versus the mirrors after a few hours at the Moody.
It ain't cute.
It ain't cute. It was rough. You're like, damn. Do I look like this right now?
Yeah, Soho House, you're like, oh, man.
Like, damn.
Woo. And then at the stadium, just like...
Gremlins. Gremlins of the night. Like, lower the lights. But then I came back.
It's like, go home. You're tired.
And then I came back. Well, first of all, at that point, few drinks in, I go to get another drink. I go to the bathroom, or I go to the bathroom first, then I go get another drink. And that is when I know I was fighting for my damn life, because the smell of the hot dogs, the smell of the chicken, the mac and cheese, all the good food. They have good food at Moody. They do. I know you didn't get the experience, but it is good.
Even it wasn't Subway, but like the deli sandwich line right by our portal. I was like, oh man,
they have so many food options.
Let me come here for lunch.
Yeah, so many food options. Although I will say that it's whack on the pricing for sure.
Well, it's a major event.
I don't care. I do not care. But yeah. Like the GPL ones were fighting everybody that night over those hot dog sets, because it's like that was a true testament.
There was a bunch of great stuff.
But I stuck through and I just like keep it moving. And then I come back down trying to find my seat, which was like, it felt so far down at that point when all I can do is hold two drinks and look down and like look to the side real quick to see if I see your face.
I'm so glad you didn't fall.
I know, me too. Can you imagine? Oh, that would have been terrible. But then I come over to our seat and then I see two Sofia Vergara twins.
That's right.
Sitting right pretty much next to you. And I'll let you tell it because I think I crushed their dreams.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, so you get up to go, and I don't know. Those two seats next to yours were vacant for a couple of songs.
They were vacant.
And they kind of came in maybe 3 songs in or something and sat down, and they were both just like gawking and oohing and eyeing and just like looking over at me.
Yeah, they were like, jackpot. He's single. He's alone. He's hot. And we're too frisky.
I noticed they were looking at me, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I noticed that they were like, literally, one of the ladies had her mouth open. I'm not lying. And it was like, oh. And then I realized what was going on. And then what was hilarious is that when you came and sat down, and I think I put my like hand on your knee or something, and they just devastated.
Sour Patch Kids, baby. And I'm like, mommy, my man.
I don't know. It was wild.
Yeah. No, I felt the energy when I sat down for sure.
I mean, they were legitimately gawking, just like.
I get it. They were probably, a little younger than me. They were gorgeous women.
I'd say they're probably about your age or maybe a little older.
Okay. Well, thank you. But, they were gorgeous women, spoke amazing Spanish. Gorgeous. They were like, hello. They were ready to get on it. And then I came through and I was like, excuse me. And I gave you my wine.
I think if you would have been another 10 minutes,
one would a
probably
cougar
would have been a conversation.
It would have been a planet Earth. The cougar approaches the gazelle and pounces. Yeah, it would have been, because when I sat down, they were ruffling and tuffling and all that sort of stuff. I felt the energy, and then they were kind of like they weren't rude, but they were just kind of like those girls that are like overly jumpy at the concert and kind of taking up more space than they really should. I didn't care. I was enjoying the space, but there was multiple moments where they're like bumping and bumping and bumping, not aggressively, but just like in the space. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then you had a couple next to you that you said you enjoyed.
Yeah. During the concert, there was an interpreter.
Okay.
And they were behind us to the right, and for some reason, the light that they were using to spotlight them so that you could see the interpreter caught my eye. And it was so amazing to watch her interpret for the songs.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful, and like how quick
beautiful, but
and
also
amazing.
kind of hilarious.
I didn't think it was funny.
I do.
But it was really cool, and
not in a negative way. I'm just saying
I know.
It's funny how they interpret the song when you're like, watch it. Yeah. Have you ever seen an interpreter do Cardi B's WAP?
No.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
In a way,
But I don't know, it was just really cool. And so I was watching that, and then the lady and the guy sitting next to me, who were in their late 50s, early 60s, had noticed that I had looked, and they were watching. And then I was like, I just thought it was beautiful and really fun to watch. And the lady like shook her head and agreed with me. And then a few minutes later, I don't know, I asked her like, hey, are you having a good time? Because they were a little stiff at the beginning, and then they kind of loosened up and were starting, like dance. And she was like, I'm deaf. I can't hear.
Yeah.
This is great for me to be, because I can really, I can really hear something. She wasn't completely deaf, but she was saying like it's really loud that it's easier for her to hear. And but she was like, but she could barely hear me talking to her like this right in front of her. And I don't know, they were just really sweet and fun, and
yeah,
I don't know.
I love it. No,
You were getting bumped by my fan club, and
hanging out with
I was making friends.
I know. I love that. That's totally us for sure. The one thing I wanted to mention on the food thing that you didn't get to experience that's really cool is that they have like a pay, tap, and go with no cashiers. So that's really cool. You pick your drink, you get what you want, the food's open, and you tap and you pay. I mean, there are people like monitoring.
Like a self-checkout.
But some drunk person has definitely gone through and tried it and tried to walk out with some stuff and get some things. But the wine bar is definitely different than most, like a full on.
It was very fancy. It was very incredible. That giant, like, silver plated bowl that they had all the wine in, that was so cool. And the two people that worked there were really nice. The lady, she made me laugh every time I went. So yeah,
cool.
That was really fancy.
And then I remember cracking up because I don't know who, I guess maybe the girls were like triggered you about speaking Spanish, and you were like, you made the comment of like, I was doing so good at speaking Spanish until they had to throw
time
into it.
Yes, I wish I could be like
bilingual.
all of the linguals. I wish I could speak multiple languages, but it's the same side of the brain that math is on, and that's not happening. So it's very hard for me to learn language. It's very hard. And I was doing great in Spanish 1. I loved Spanish. I think Sarah was she took French. But I had so many friends in my Spanish class, and we had such a great time. And I was doing
until it's
great.
Time to tell time.
And it was probably about this time of the year. I think it was like October or something. Because I was like, man, like, like I know how like to conjugate, so like
you're moving and grooving,
et cetera. But and numbers and colors, and I could do the whole alphabet. And then we get to time. Cuanto tienes. What
Buzzer.
time is it? That's all I know.
Buzzer
Is that
goes
how many
off.
minutes? Cuando. See, I
That
don't
was
know.
funny.
Time is not my friend in Spanish.
It's not time to learn Spanish, baby.
It's too late.
All right. And then so the show started, and I always think that's funny because, I've been to, again, a variety of concerts to where either people are about it and they're standing up and they are not going to sit down for the next 2 hours. Ooh. Or you have some that give a little, hot song, mild song, hot song, mild song. So there's always that beginning part of like, okay, are we standing? Are we doing this? Are we sitting down? And like some people I get pissed because they're like, I can't see and I don't want to stand up. So it's kind of a little bit of a battle at the beginning, but we did it.
I didn't feel any of that energy.
No, I didn't. But I'm just making the comment
general,
of concerts experiences of how that goes sometimes, But no, I think everyone kind of followed each other's lead and it was great, right?
Yeah.
No. And then when I did sit down, I was realizing because for me, I was like, okay, I did enough. Like, let me sit down for a bit. The iPhone watch was talking, saying it's too loud. You're getting old when. And then I look at this is what's happening to me. And again, maybe I was a little Buzz Lightyear, but then I was sitting back, and then I see all the the row in front of me or the other row in front of them, and I see they had their cameras out the entire time. I'm like, come on, be present a little bit more than that. But I would look at their cameras, and I was like, my iPhone does not do that. And I don't.
In front of us were taking like
videos,
serious like Vogue cover cinematic shots on their phones and their cameras.
But you know what it was? I think I don't do iPhones really well. I went from a 5 to a 10 to now probably I think a 13. So I'm behind. But I was like, my iPhone and when I zoom in the most, I still look like I'm sitting in the back. They look like they were sitting in the front row under Adam Levine.
Yeah, and those are the people you got to be careful about.
And I was like, damn,
I was the front row.
I was like, do I need to upgrade? Is that an Android? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was real close.
Yeah, that was crazy. But just random thoughts that go through my head when you're sitting down and everyone's kind of doing their thing. But then Adam Levine popped out. Woo-wee.
Man, he looks good.
He looks really good.
He looks really good. This is not a drill. He looked real good.
Yeah, like he looked even hotter.
He looks the hottest, and he's
the hottest he's ever looked.
Yeah, and you didn't think you could get any hotter, and then he did. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and that what I was thinking. I was like, I mean, at the end of the day,
he's eating good on the road.
He's skinny. And everyone, I think that's, secretly that's like everyone's kind of like bad boy crush, buzz cut, white tank, tatted up everywhere, tall, skinny white boy.
Got the beard.
Looks like he, got out of jail, but didn't because he has a pretty face type of thing, like, and you're like, ooh, this is kind of like a fantasy thing in a way, but he's hot. And there's no denying that. And we were just sipping our decoy Chardonnay, like looking at the big screen, like, okay, we're here, right? What were your thoughts? Other than that, I didn't see anyone else other than Adam Levine, band member wise.
Oh, I don't know. I was just more excited when they played a song that I was like, yeah,
to bounce to.
Oh, so good. I don't know. I just had a great time. It's my favorite band. It's the first CD I ever bought.
Oh, wow.
And when I was in middle school, and I don't know. Their music just takes me back. It makes me feel good. It's a good bop, and I don't know.
What'd you think about when they
were
my
favorite person celebrating? So it was just fun. I was having a great time.
What did you think about when they were kind of pushing the songs and you said there was only 2 that you didn't know?
There's only 2 I didn't know, and I know one of them is already out. Because I could tell by the way everybody was singing to it. But the other one, he had said this is like we haven't released this yet. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, well. And that's the one I went to the bathroom in.
Did they change the words to, I know you mentioned, they switched it up for Gen Z. payphone. I'm at a payphone. They're like, what's a payphone? I thought you said there was a song that they switched out some words that everyone no.
That wasn't me.
All right, maybe.
It was your other husband.
Yeah. The two girls sitting next to me. I think regardless though, kind of a little bit of the overall picture is like, like just was hesitant to spend, money on a concert ticket. They're they're pricey, but when you're there and you're with your penny. Like person, it is, I say, you know what, do it, spend the money. It's a core memory. Music makes everyone happy. It's a positive. I mean, the energy in that room.
Yeah. I mean, I don't regret it at all. I mean, I don't usually regret. Actually, I don't regret things.
Well, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just talking about, in general. Like people sometimes get hesitant, or I know I do. $400 or $500, whatever, if they're pinching or to save. But
it is a huge experience and memory that you'll forever.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, music makes everyone happy, and it just really lifts people's spirits. So I'm just like, anytime someone comes in, get it, do it. You'll figure it out later and enjoy the experience, because there's nothing really like that. And they don't always come around,
Yeah.
And people, don't always make it either, which is honestly sad. Do you think that, as we get older, as a older married couple, that we're going to be still going to the concerts and bopping around like we do? Like just the two old grandpas in the...
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't feel like changing anytime. So I'm going to still do the things I love to do when I get older.
As much as 80 years old, you're going to that Maroon 5 bopping.
Well, he won't be around when I'm 80, but but I mean, you're not dead until you're dead. I want to live my life. I want to travel still. I want to go all over the world. I want to keep making art. I want to keep going to Disney and playing Pokemon and doing the things I love that bring me joy. Because
I know you will. So I'm just saying, like, I think
I'll drag you out.
I'm not. I will be there. I will be there. There's no problem.
I'll push you in your little chair.
Give me my snacks, and I'll be there.
Your snacks and your readers.
Yeah, definitely some glasses at that point. And then you said the other thing you said was that, like, well, this is my second concert because all the people I like are dead.
It's true. I love old music, and anything. I grew up listening to music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, the World War II era, and all of that. Because my mom loves music,
right? And
she's like a walking music dictionary. Like, she loves it, and that's where my love for all types of music came from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And then it was time to leave, and this is. Not that we did this, but it is a concert thing. I know this was your second time, but as a concert going, it's a thing.
Me leave early.
No, I didn't make you leave early. I just said, "Hey, are you the person that?" And there's two different types of people. There's one that is, let's just stay and ride the train and listen to the last song, and we'll deal with the crowd later. Or there's the people like, we can go, let's catch our Uber, let's get in the car, let's get out, and we can listen to the song that they're going to play, their most, the best bop that they have in the car, and we'll listen to it there, because they're just dealing with their anxiety and etc. But we did both. We listened to the last song, because I said encore, there's going to be an encore, and they played two more songs. And then 3 minutes before the end of the last song, we left.
Not even that long.
No.
Yeah, I think it was like the last minute of the song we took out.
And then, speaking of Ubers,
it was really hard to get one.
It was really hard to get one but they picked up on yours, and you said they picked up on yours because of the rating.
I have almost a perfect 5.0.
Yeah, what was mine?
I mean, we had yours open for a while, and nobody showed up. I whipped mine out, and
nobody showed up.
They did it.
Well, mine's still like a 4.8.
Yeah, yours was still really high, but you had your phone literally open for like 15 minutes, and nobody picked you up. You know where
my ratings and my points and all my things go to? Uber Eats. That's where if I called Uber Eats, they would have picked me up and dropped me off. But Uber's like, nah, it was Jason. And then the Uber guy played apparently the best playlist
Oh my
of your
gosh.
life.
I told him probably 5 times in the course.
I think 10.
It was, I knew every song that came on. Speaking of all the people I like are
Oldies.
dead, it was literally,
a list of them.
It was such a great playlist. I knew, and every time, and I started to nerd out, and like every time a new song would come on, I'd be like, you know, like I'd name the song and the person who sang it, and he was like, oh, okay. And after
like a quick fire of Jeopardy.
yeah, and after like 4 or 5 times, I was like, you could be impressed. And he was like, oh, I actually am.
Yeah, he was. He was.
That was fun.
It was cute. All right. Well, that was our concert experience.
Yeah, that was
I think that was awesome. I cannot wait and look forward to our next one. I think, you know, a lot of people have the similar experiences or the opposite of that. But before we go, you know, on Keeping Austin Queird, we like to do a yes queen and a girl bye. So I'll give you some time to think. So I have mine already, which I've kind of named one earlier. But my girl bye on these concert experiences are the prices. I get it. It's a major thing experience, but a Chick-fil-A sandwich shouldn't cost $15, people. And all the upcharges, like we're going to pay for it. They're going to eat it. They're going to probably honestly buy more. So that's my girl bye. My yes queen is honestly the overall experience at the brand new Moody. Like great job. Honestly, to that place, because I've sat all over the place at that concert spot. And it's great. So congrats to them. What's yours?
My girl bye would have to be the transportation mess, like when we were trying to leave. All of those Uber drivers dropping off in that one little parking lot
Right next to
and
the
picking
interstate.
up right next to the interstate. And not that it's that far of a walk, but it can be for other people. It wasn't far for me, but for somebody who might have a disability
And uphill.
or it's not very patron friendly.
Yeah.
So it would be great if we had like a tram or like a monorail system that had a big parking lot area that would take you from there and then drop you off in front. I mean, it's 2025. It's Austin. Spend all that billions of dollars making it. Make a cool little, I don't know. That was my girl bye. And then my yes queen would probably be how clean it is. It was spotless. It didn't smell. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't sticky.
That's my man.
It was pristine. You could eat off of any surface of that room, and
it was very clean.
Yes,
100%.
wouldn't, but you could.
I agree. Yeah, that's why I like it for sure. It's definitely checks all the boxes.
I
for
mean,
me.
it's like
that's why it's my yes
opened
queen.
it yesterday. It was so clean.
Well, awesome. Thanks, babe, for being on this last episode of season 2, the 20th. I know it's not like a huge number, but it's big to me.
It's a big deal.
And I'm just happy to have you on this to share an experience that we had that I thought was pretty fun and funny. But that's it, you guys. Have a great night. The next season will be season 3, and I'm deciding to go on video. So I'm excited. I'm challenging myself, and I want to be on the camera with all of my guests for the next season. So that's it. Have a great day, and always don't forget to keep Austin Queird.